Hey everybody, this is Chris with Chris's Comments. Discussing common sense on common ground, no matter what the subject. And the reason for this is because currently we've got two different viewpoints going on, where one viewpoint is about we're right, they're wrong, and if you're not believing what we believe, you're what's wrong with this country. This country is doomed. It's all doomed. And it's all you. And yet on the other side of that very same aspect, you've got people saying there's right, there's wrong, and we're going to correct the wrongs. And if you don't go along with what we do, well, you're just ruining the country. You're ruining everything about it, and this country's doomed. It's all doomed. And yet in between those two whacked out viewpoints, you got people like you and me, down to earth people, that really have one major thing in common: to live happy with as little headaches as possible. And that's where this show comes in. This is a different aspect here to bring in common sense, common ground. The subject that I'm going to bring up today is the anti-maskers. A while back, there was a bunch of people claiming somewhere in Naples, Florida, there was a grocery store business owner who wasn't not only not wearing the mask, he was instructing his employees not to wear them and telling his customers it's okay not to wear them because of whatever the reason. It's a hoax, it's not a hoax, it's just bullshit, it's nowhere near here, whatever the reason. The thing is, I started to ask around, and it turns out there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way. There's a lot of towns, districts, even whole counties that are not wearing the masks and that are not social distancing, not washing their hands. They should be. Dirty sons of bitches. But this got me to thinking, if they're not doing this, if they're going to be anti-maskers, then they should make it publicly notarized. They should make it publicly notarized for especially the doctors. When they go into the hospital and they're going to get treated for something, they should have some kind of markings or something in their file labeled anti-masker on their healthcare card or even on their own driver's license. This way they don't get the vaccination. They get whatever else medicine that they believe is the true cure. Hydroxychloroquine, bleach. At one point in time, they all believed it was bleach. I got no doubt that they're going to still believe it now. But whatever the case, I think it's only right that we who don't have this problem with cooperating and stuff. I made my own mask. Here's one of them. Home is where the heart is. No, home is where you park it. This mask is home is where you park it. I even did the coffee filter thing. I made a pocket, got a coffee filter, sprayed it down with disinfectant, slip it right back into the pocket, and now I'm breathing disinfected air. Nice, clean, disinfected air. I'm doing fine, And there's a lot of us out there that don't have a problem with this. It's just being safe. But you got a lot of people out there that for their own reasons, whatever reason, that they don't want it. And I'm perfectly fine with that. So should all of you out there. After all, this isn't the first time people have objected to vaccinations. It's been going on for decades. If not from the actual point in time from the 1800s when from the very first antibiotic was made, calling it witchcraft or whatever, sorcery, the devil's work. Well, throughout the years, the vaccinations viewpoint have changed, but there's still doubters, there's still objectors. And that brings me back to what we're talking about right now. What we really, really need is to contact our city officials, district representatives, state representatives, state senator, state governor, whatever, whoever, and everybody that's involved with this. We should really contact them and let them know that we need a new mandate. We need a new requirement. We need people to identify themselves, either even on their own driver's license, if they can't have if they're not carrying their health card, on a driver's license, on their identification of some sort, book of the month club, I don't know, whatever ID that they're carrying on them, and their health card. They should have it downloaded on file, like the way anti-vaccination people have always had it. They'll specifically say it. And every anti-masker should be doing the same thing. That should be a requirement. Because, it's not right. It is just. It is 100% just. And I mean that sincerely, because like right now, this is being filmed in San Antonio, Texas. I know there's not a lot of people down here that are doing this kind of thing, and that's fine. I'm an oddball, I guess. But I'm pointing out the actual facts of the matter. This is San Antonio, Texas, and in Dallas, there was a huge shipment of vaccinations, of antivirus vaccinations that were sent there. And they were being distributed not only in parts of the city where it just wasn't being applied, but they were taken to counties, the surrounding counties, where they were just denied. Nobody was using them. They were letting them expire, go bad. There was also certain places where they were put in refrigerators that weren't keeping it cold enough. So the stuff just went bad. It got too hot. It got too warm. That is not right. And it's in the meantime, there's a bunch of people down here in Central Texas that have no problem taking the vaccination. We still have free testings and free spots from canopies all the way out to stadium parking lots doing free testings. And we've already got there's already a vaccination being spread out throughout the nation right now. But we still got ours operational for testing, to make sure that everybody can, to make sure everybody knows whether they need it now or not. And there are people that are doing it now, while it's going on, while the distribution is going on. But not all of it that is supposed to be coming down here is getting down here. Not all of it is coming down to the surrounding counties the way it's supposed to. Not all of it is going down to just north of the border the way it's supposed to. So, how do you solve this? Well, I don't know too much about solving that. I do know one thing that would help. If all the anti-maskers publicly notarize themselves as anti-masking, as an anti-masker. This way, they can go take their suggested hydroxychloroquine or the other drug that I already forgot that was supposed to treat malaria, or drink bleach, inject themselves with bleach. This was supposedly one of the cures that was mentioned throughout 2020 by the president, the former president. And if you still see him as your current president, fine. He's your current president. Take the bleach. And don't take our vaccinations. Take the bleach. Notarize yourselves as anti-masker. Publicly notarize that. So that way in the medical field, when some doctor gets a hold of you, he knows to send you to the janitor's closet where you belong. I think that would be just. I think that would be 100% just. But I don't know. This show, I could be wrong. I might be. I don't think I am, but I might be. This show is common sense thinking on common ground kind of talk. Okay? Common sense on common ground. So if anybody sees this, throw a comment out there. But stick to this subject. Okay? Stick to the subject. Don't start with this whole Obama shit and it was Hillary. It was all Hillary. No. Fuck that. None of that's going to be response. It's going to get deleted. Stick to the subject. All right? Stick to the subject. If you're an anti-masker, publicly notarize that. Okay? This way, we who want the vaccinations get it. And you can go follow your president, Donald Trump, in injecting yourself with bleach or drinking a whole cup of bleach or, a couple of droplets of bleach injected through a syringe or whatever. Whatever, man. Knock yourself out. Do it. But yeah, first, publicly notarize yourself as an anti-masker. Do it. Since there's nothing to fear, right? Since there's nothing to worry about. Nah. As for the rest of us that are for this, we should really try to contact our city leaders, our political leaders, state reps, anybody that will listen and actually get this to at least review to actually make it a mandate, to make it law. I think it's just. I think it's very fair. It's fair for everybody doing it this way. So that's today's thought of thinking on common sense, on common ground, regardless of the subject, and this subject being the anti-maskers. And hope you all give it some good thought. I hope you seriously look into maybe the possibility of that happening. And who knows? Maybe we can actually make it succeed. That's all for today. This is Chris of Chris's Comments. And I hope that everybody has a great, safe weekend, because it's Saturday, February 5th by the time of this recording. Y'all take care now. Here.